Hey everyone, Tony Dragon here. Real quick, I wanted to talk about this because I'm really excited for it. Before I get back into reactions, sorry I'm just taking like a break from that, but I'm just so excited. But at the same time, very concerned because One Piece. I love One Piece. It is one of my favorite anime of all time. There's almost no competing. Uh, but now plans have been announced by a Chinese company. I don't know if Shanghai Minghuan Investment. I have no idea what their involvement is in the entertainment industry, but whatever. They actually bought the rights for 1.6 billion yen, which is $15.1 million, to produce and make a live-action One Piece film. Now, right out the bat, One Piece is possibly the most difficult film to make into live action. Simply due on the fact of the existence of two things. No, three things. Devil fruits, hockey, and the world of One Piece in general. Here's the thing. One Piece in general, specifically in the new world, is so weird, bizarre, and out there that actually being able to create the environment would be the biggest challenge anyone's ever had. Now you can say, well, with CG, here's the thing though, I don't want it to be all CG. Japanese films tend to do that a little too much. Well, mostly Hollywood here, but Japanese films also do that, but they also use a lot of practical effects, at least in terms of the actors. I want to believe that they'll at least have sets, maybe miniature sets, and the CG will only, help, transfer that into, bigger scenes where the characters have to actually have battles in. But then we move on to hockey, which is relatively easy. I mean, a little color saturation here, and a little wind gust here, and maybe some practical makeup on the arms every now and then, to accentuate the hockey when they're fighting devil fruit users. That can be done. It can be done rather easily. But then we move on to the actual devil fruits. There are so many of them. And even the weakest ones, or at least less interesting ones, are still very bizarre and difficult to translate into film. At least live action film. So, I'm thinking, how are they going to pull this off? It's going to cost a lot of money, take a lot of time, and even then, it feels like it won't seem right. But I want to be an optimist about this, because I love One Piece, and I want it to succeed if it does have a live-action film. Now, it's saying here that the person they have to play Luffy is Masataka Kubota. And interestingly enough, he's the same actor who played the live action version of Light from Death Note. And he's also they also polled amongst the general populace of Japan. Doesn't say if it's Japan or China. Well, they ran a survey, and the number one pick was this guy. I'm assuming he's coming off the Death Note hype, or maybe he worked on other projects. I've seen the Death Note movies where he played Light, and he was really good as Light. He had played the serious moments well. However, I'm not seeing the ability to play someone as eccentric as Luffy. Luffy can be serious and intimidating at times, and this guy has that down. But Luffy can also be very comical and very fun-loving. Now, I don't know how this guy's going to pull it off. Not only that, But they also have an idea for a heroine, Charlotte Pouting, being played by a Chinese idol. I may be mispronouncing this because this kind of name always kind of confused me. Xi Lele or Xi Lele. It's one of those because it's XIE. So I don't know if it's Xi or Xi. But it's one of I'm thinking it's one of those. Xi, but I'm going to stick with Xi. Usually the E is silent. Xi Lele, who's a member of the group GNZ48. I don't know that band, so they're probably popular in China or in Asia in general. I don't know. But she's playing the character known as Charlotte Pouting. Now here's the thing. I stopped reading the manga for the express purpose of jumping back into it so I can review it where I left off. So I tried to stay away from spoilers. Unfortunately, there were some I couldn't get away with, especially Gear 4th, Kaido, and Sanji. Well, at least that I know that Sanji plays an integral role in the current arc. Now, I didn't know who this Charlotte Pouting was. I thought maybe it was if they make a live action film, it's going to take place in Romance Dawn. They're going to start off from the origin. I didn't think they were going to make a movie about the modern arc, the current arc they're on right now. So I thought it would be safe to check up who this Charlotte Pouting was. I was wrong. She's a huge character in the current arc, and I spoiled myself on something major, and I hate that. But either way, now that just kind of confirms that the movie is going to take place in the modern arc, or the current arc. Which I don't know how to feel about. Because if they do it of the current arc, it sounds as though it's going to be connected to the actual TV series. Now, maybe that's not true. Maybe it's just going to be a retelling of the event of the arc, sort of like movie 8 or movie 9, which was a retelling of the Alabasta arc and the Chopper arc, or Drum Island arc, if you want to call it that, which might work. But again, as I said, live action has always been an iffy business for anime. But it is based out in Asia, and the fan base is enormous there. It might work. I heard some good things about the Attack on Titan live action film, although there's still some controversy behind it. I won't get into that here, but anyway, I plan to watch it. Obviously, hopefully I can catch up with the manga where it is now before the movie comes out. It's looking like it's not going to come out for a while, though. Maybe 2-3 years. Because they only just started, casting. And I don't know. I haven't heard anything about production. So, yeah. As I said, I'm excited because I love One Piece. But at the same time, I'm nervous because it's One Piece. It's really hard to put it to live action. Almost impossible, really. Any director, any producer would look at this show and think, I don't know if I can make it into a live action film. Like maybe a CGI film, but then again, they tried that already, and it didn't look too good in terms of style. But we'll see. I mean, if Ichiro Oda plays an integral role in producing it as well, maybe they won't deviate too much from the source material, and they'll succeed in making a pretty damn good movie. So, yeah, I'll leave a link to the article down below in the description below. Let me know what you guys think about this. I mean, One Piece for live action film. It's a good idea. Do you think they can do it? And yeah, if it is going to take place in the current arc, do you think it's going to be a retelling of the story, or would you have preferred it if they did a live action adaptation of a different arc? Maybe a live adaptation of Enies Lobby would have been cool. That's always awesome. I still love Enies Lobby to this day. One of the best arcs of all time. But yeah, so next time I see you guys will probably be for a news update about the live action film. So until then, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye bye.